Before that hospital room. Before the quiet machines. Before the words that would change everything. Emily's life was simple. Beautifully simple. She was 16 years old. The kind of girl teachers often described as bright. Not just because she got good grades, but because of the way she looked at the world. Emily noticed small things most people ignored. The color of the sky during sunset. The quiet sound of rain against the window. The way music could change someone's mood in seconds. She lived with her parents in a modest home in a quiet neighborhood. Every morning, her alarm clock rang at exactly 6:30 am. Emily would groan softly, pull the blanket over her head for a few seconds. Then eventually sit up with sleepy eyes. Her mother was usually already in the kitchen. The smell of toast and tea drifting through the house. Her father would be reading the news on his phone while drinking coffee. And Emily would walk into the kitchen with messy hair and a tired smile. "Morning," she would mumble. Her mother would laugh softly. "Morning, sleepyhead." Those mornings were ordinary. Simple conversations. Simple laughter. The kind of moments people rarely think about. Until they are gone. Emily attended a nearby high school. The school building was old, with long hallways and lockers that sometimes refused to close properly. But Emily loved it there. Not because school was always exciting, but because of the people. Her friends were everything to her. At lunch, they would gather at the same table every day. Talking loudly. Laughing about small things. Sharing snacks. Complaining about homework. Emily was often the one sketching in a small notebook she carried everywhere. While her friends talked, her pencil would move quietly across the paper. Drawing faces. Scenes. Little moments she imagined. Sometimes her friends would lean over her shoulder. "Emily, you should be an artist," one of them once said. Emily would just smile. "I like drawing," she would say. "But that's not my dream." Because Emily had another dream. One she had been talking about since she was a little girl. She wanted to become a doctor. Not because it sounded impressive. And not because anyone told her to. But because she remembered something that happened years ago. When she was 9 years old. Her grandmother had spent several weeks in the hospital. Emily remembered sitting beside the bed. Watching the doctors and nurses move calmly through the room. They spoke gently. They worked carefully. And somehow, they made people feel safe. That moment stayed in Emily's mind. She wanted to do the same thing one day. She wanted to help people when they were scared. She wanted to be the person who walked into the room and made everything feel a little less frightening. Her teachers knew about this dream. Whenever Emily worked on science assignments, she gave them extra attention. Biology was her favorite subject. She loved learning about the human body. How the brain worked. How the heart pumped blood. How everything inside a person worked together quietly. Her teacher once told her after class, "You would make a wonderful doctor one day." Emily never forgot that. Outside of school, Emily had her own quiet world. Her bedroom walls were covered with small drawings she had made. Some were simple sketches. Others were detailed portraits. On her desk sat a small speaker she used to play music while she walked. Music was another thing Emily loved deeply. Not loud music. Not the kind that filled entire rooms. But soft music. Songs that made you feel calm. Songs that made you think. Sometimes she would sit by her window for hours, drawing while music played quietly beside her. Other times, she would put her headphones on while walking home from school. Lost in the sound. Lost in her thoughts. Her life was filled with small routines. School in the morning. Homework in the afternoon. Drawing in the evening. Dinner with her parents. Sometimes movie nights. Sometimes quiet weekends. Nothing dramatic. Nothing unusual. Just a normal life. A happy one. Her parents often talked about her future. Her mother would say proudly, "One day Emily will be a doctor." Her father would smile and nod. "You see. She's going to help a lot of people." Emily would laugh shyly whenever they said that. But deep inside, she believed it too. She imagined wearing a white coat, walking through hospital hallways, helping patients, saving lives. The future felt wide open, full of possibilities. And on most days, Emily moved through life with the calm confidence of someone who believed tomorrow would come just like today. But slowly, without anyone realizing it at first, small things began to change. Tiny signs. Easy to ignore. Easy to explain away. The kind of things that seemed harmless. At the time, no one realized those small changes were the beginning of something much bigger. Something that would slowly begin to reshape Emily's life in ways none of them could imagine.